If you're a man and you're married, you're single, whatever, and you get somebody pregnant, one of the best things that you can do for the relationship of your unborn child, what you're having with the woman, whether you stay with her or you decide to do things separately, is get legal help. And one of the reasons for this is because nobody is intending to do a bad thing. Nobody's intending to do anything fucked up. But when people don't have, and I have like way too much experience in this, and when people don't have what they want set up and they're just winging it, when we're bringing in a relationship, we're bringing in possibly marriage, we're bringing in a child. There's so many different variables in that emotions can get high and things can flip. And in that situation, if things flip on you and you're a man, stuff can get dangerous, man. I mean, let's face it, there's a lot of inequalities and imbalances in the world. It's not against men versus women, but in the United States and in most Western countries, when it comes to this now, 30 years ago, this wasn't the same. 40 years ago, this wasn't the same. But now, if you're a man and you have a child with somebody, you don't have a lot of rights on your side. There's a lot of things that lean and just sway towards the woman. And in a way, 40 years ago, things were fucked up that they backlashed so much where it kind of fucked things up for men. That's one thing. I'm not saying men are oppressed. I'm not saying women are oppressed. I'm saying in this specific environment, man, you can really fuck yourself. And so the best thing that you can do for everybody, and this is one of the things that I thought, if you were to ask me when I was 27 and I first found out that the girl that I had hooked up with was pregnant, if I were to go to a lawyer, that would mean like I was deceiving her or doing something wrong. No, man, save up $500, $1,000, whatever. You can go talk to a lawyer for free for the initial consultation. Talk to an attorney and see if there's a way where you guys can come to an agreement before that baby is born on what you guys are going to do are the best things to follow. And this isn't some like, oh, this is kind of an agreement of maybe. This is like, no, this is what we're going to do. If things go good or bad for the best interest of the child, this is what we are looking for and this is what we want. And have it be so that you can keep the state out, hopefully. I get it. There's a ton of fucking deadbeat dads. There's a ton of like really, really bad dudes who don't want anything to do with it, and all that sort of stuff. And that's one of the reasons where these laws are made. I'm making this video not for those guys. I'm making this video for the guys who, just don't know. I mean, that's what happened with me. And the first thing that happened to me, as soon as like shit hit the fan, because we did what everybody tries to do. It's like, we're going to make this work. We're going to make this work. Which is fine. You're going to have that feeling. That's why you talk to a lawyer in case that feeling goes away like it did with me. When I showed up at the Attorney General's office, I had a pissed off chick who was really mad at me for a lot of reasons that could be very, very valid. And I was totally unprepared. I didn't have all of the documents necessary and I really was unprepared. But even if you have one thing that isn't fitting within the mix, and it depends on who your mediator is or whoever you're talking to in this situation, or if you're talking to another lawyer, man, you know what I got slapped with? I got slapped with the highest capped amount. I'm somebody who was making like, $60,000 a year. I got slapped with a guy who makes $10 million a year, the capped amount of child support when I walked out of that office. I could not change that for 3 years. You know what that did to me? That put me in $13,000 in debt from an angry woman who wanted to fucking, who was speaking with emotion. And what happens? I'm not even saying there's anything bad about her. That's something that happens when you get in these situations and you're unprepared. And dude, you very, very, very majorly fuck yourself.